guys, time for another core on the floor, only this time we're going to utilize the BOSU balance trainer. So let's get started. I want you to go ahead and recline so that the BOSU's dome is right into the small of your back. Head is supported with your hands, gently pressing your head back. I just want you to start to arc over that BOSU, get a good long stretch through your abdomen, and then just start to fold forward and roll back. As you fold forward and roll back, I want you to feel like you're creating length in both sides of your body. Do one more slow on the way back. Then I want you to take 2 counts to lift all the way up. 1, 2, roll back, 1, 2. So we're getting to utilize a little bit more than that 180-degree motion as if we were on the floor. Only I want you to control that length as you come back. A little bit of front body resistance against that gravitational pull. We're going to do 4 more at the center here. Using this flexion extension more as a warm-up. 2 more. Then I want you to go ahead and slide your hips forward. Bring your head, neck, and shoulders onto that BOSU's dome. Arms can rest down by your sides and onto your hips, but I want you to push back with your head and shoulders into that dome. So you're creating a lift of your pelvis. Then you're just going to roll down through the hips. Feel that arcing of the dome right into the small of your back. And as you drive up, use your glutes, but also your back extensors with that center bracing. So you're not going into a big bow of the spine or a flare of those base ribs. Really feel like you're knitting everything into that midline. So again, just warming up, getting along the spinal column and all the tissues that surround the pelvis. Let's do 4 more of these. Keeping your weight evenly distributed between both feet. Let's do 1 more. Then go ahead and lower your hips back to the floor. Turn over onto that BOSU dome. And I want you to position yourself so now your abdomen versus your spine is over that bullseye. Arms can cross for a little less load or weight. Then an option is to take your hands behind your head. But I want you to feel your hips extend into that BOSU. And then you're just going to give me a little back extension coming up. So like your crunches, working that sagittal plane forward and back, only this time with a little bit more of that emphasis into the back body. When you get to full back extension, I want you to notice almost a bracing around your center, so you're not getting a big, again, extension or hyperextension of your spine. Let's do 7 more like this. We're going to do 2 sets of everything, including the warm-up. You have 4 more here. If you feel like 2 sets isn't enough and you want to include a few more, 1 to 2 more sets would be a great core workout, but not necessary. Go ahead and roll it back over. I want you to take that small of your back into the bullseye again. Feet on the floor, and again arc forward, 2 counts, and extend back. Only this time when you arc forward, I want you to emphasize a squeeze in and a resistance against that release as you extend back. Maybe even taking your elbows, chin tuck, getting a little bit more of that cervical extension flexion. You have 8. Let's go 4 more. Last time. And once again, head and shoulders onto that dome. I want you to find that hip bridge. Hands can extend on back down by your sides or overhead. I want you to lower those hips all the way down and then bridge the hips back up. Down and up. So we're starting to feel a little bit looser through all the joints of the spine, specifically that mid-spine or your thoracic region, with a nice strong pelvic action around your hips, around the lower abdominals, and then again what we talk about all the time, and especially what we're going to emphasize in just a moment, is that diaphragmatic or intra-abdominal pressure against that external brace. Go ahead and release this down, turn it over. Find yourself over that bullseye, and again back extensions coming up. Maybe you want a little extra load this time. Hands can come behind the head. Again, just a little warm up, working predominantly sagittal plane. But everything we do today is going to be inclusive of how we need our core muscles to be either mobile and strong or stable and strong. So now we're going to leave that warm up behind. I want you to position yourself back onto that bullseye. Only now when you recline, you're going to find tabletop or 90 degrees at the knees, 90 at the hips, and I want you to feel that external brace, so the abdominals, but then breathing with that diaphragm or contracting the diaphragm down into the lower abdominal region to create that intra-abdominal pressure. Hands behind the head, gently pushing back. We're going to hold here 6 more counts, really just focusing on the breath and the compressiveness of the exhale. Last 4 counts. 3, take 2 counts to lower 1 foot, bring it back up, lower the other foot. Keep this going with 2 counts each. I want you to notice what, if anything, changes from that lower back position and or that bracing. So unlike the warm-up, we're not letting ourselves dome or release that compression over the dome, the bullseye. Instead of 2 counts, I want you to single count it, down and up. You have 7. Head is actively pushing into the hands, so we're not flexing so much from that cervical spine. 2 more. Instead of alternating, I want you to go simultaneously up and down. 7. 6. Starting to feel a little fatigue from that front and side body. Last 3. 2. Go ahead and turn it over. Position yourself this time in a plank with your forearms in a low position, straddling that dome or straddling the bullseye at center. Bring your toes onto the floor, drive the hips into extension and the shoulder blades into protraction, almost like, again, you're trying to do that tricep extension. You have 8 more counts of holding. Feel that external brace around your torso. And then like we did with those toe taps on the dead bug, I want you to lift one leg, lower it down, switch to the other side. So you're creating a little bit of this asymmetric load and therefore need for the core muscles in the obliques to actively support. As you lift one leg, I want you to make sure that you're staying as level as you can, horizontally with the hips. Take that leg lift to single counts, 8 times, 7. So everything is really quiet in the upper body. 4 more. 3, 2. Turn it back over. We're going to do another set of that dead bug. So I want you to recline back. Bring your legs to tabletop. Your head into your hands. That compression from the outside in. And that breath into that bracing. 8 more counts holding. 6, 4, little wobbling. 2, go to those 2 count tap downs. 1, 2, 1 foot, down to the other foot. Resisting that urge to overextend or arch your back. You have 2 more each slowly. One more each. Go to those single counts, alternating sides. 8 times. 7. Starting to shake a bit. And then simultaneously up and down. 8. 7. 4. 'Turn it over. Find that low plank. Forearms and toes. And again, that nice solid protraction of the blades, the hollowing of the belly, the hip extension. Lift one leg. Lower it down. Lift the other leg. Lower down. And again, lift the leg. Lower. 4 more slow. 3. 'Last time slow. Single counts. This is 7. 4 more. Trying to stay as quiet as you can with the rest of the body. Go ahead and release it. Now we're going to position ourselves back to that dead bug. Only we're going to start to introduce a little bit more rotation. So once you get onto your back, find that same tabletop. Head into your hands. And we did the alternating tap down in preparation in a sense. Bring opposing knee and elbow together. Switch sides. Switch sides. I want you to see when you switch sides, if you can start to tap that foot that you're not pulling in towards the floor. So kind of a modified bicycle. Speed this up 8 times. Try not to let yourself overextend or fall into that BOSU's dome. 3, 2, gently help yourself up. Woo! Now I want you to position yourself into a side plank. So your forearm comes into that dome, right into the bullseye center. Find yourself with your legs stacked and your top arm up or hand behind your head. You're going to really drive from that bottom hip to find that glute med instability. We're going to hold 4 more counts here. And then I want you to bring that top knee to your chest. Put it back out. You have 7, 6, 4, 3, 2, and hold. 8. Last 4 counts. 3, 2. Go ahead and go to the other side. Make sure your dome isn't too slippery. Maybe even use a towel. Take that forearm to the top. Once again, stack, or you can stagger your legs. Top arm can be up or hand behind your head. Hold 4 more counts, driving that bottom hip. Take the top knee to the chest. 8 times. 7. So we have these stacked shoulders, stacked hips, and a really strong brace like you were face up on the BOSU. One more time with that knee. Hold again, 8 counts. Drive that bottom glute knee towards the ceiling. 4, 3, gently release. Back onto your back. Dead bug. Find that position, that sweet spot of balance. So the legs can be at tabletop. Hands behind your head. Opposing elbow and knee. Come across. Switch. Switch. 4 more slow. 3. 8 times we're going to speed it up. 1, 2. 4 more each. 3, 2. Help yourself up. Come back to your side plank. Only this time I want you to do whatever side you did second first. Take that top forearm into the bullseye. Stack your legs, top hand up. Let's hold 8 more counts. Driving that lateral hip and bracing or knitting the ribs. Bring that top knee to your chest. 8 times. 7. So really thinking about how stable we can be against gravitational load on this unstable surface. 2 more. Hold 8 counts. 7, 5, 3, switch sides. Whew. Once again, finding your stacking, top arm up, bottom hip drives. 4 more counts holding. 3, top knee comes in, 8 times. 7, 4 more. Notice which side is a little bit more stable. Hold 8 counts. 1, for me it's not this side. Last 4, 3, 2, gently release. So now I want you to turn that BOSU over, since BOSU stands for both sides utilized, or both sides up. You're going to bring yourself to a seat into the center. And I want you to find yourself into that sweet spot of balance in a small boat pose. So legs can be high, knees can be extended, chest is definitely raised, but I want you to feel yourself leaning back without flaring your base ribs. Hands can hold onto your knees or extend forward. If you are holding, we're going to release with one hand. Otherwise, with those arms extended, you're going to take your right arm up to the sky, reach it all the way back and around. Your left arm up to the sky, reach it all the way back and around. So ideally, we're not just working from the shoulder joint, but I want you to start to feel whatever arm side is lifting, turning the rib cage back. We're getting a little bit of that posterior rotation, reaching up. Depending on your balance here, I want you to look with that hand. Look back. Do that again, left side, look back. Woo-hoo. Right side, look back. So the whole time you're really thinking about how stable you can keep yourself on that dome, or this time the flat surface. 2 more each. Last time. And gently help yourself up. Now I want you to come to a high plank. So either your hands are flat or you can hook your thumbs into those little grooves. But I want you to find that same protraction, hollow belly, hip extension like you did in the low plank. We're going to take ourselves into a little lateral rock. You're going to shift one side, then the other, then hold center. Shift one side, then the other. Hold center. Keep everything nice and strong through your hips. Shift, shift. Hold center. Little variation, I want you to shift side to side. In the center, pull your one knee to your chest and put it back. Shift, shift. Pull one knee to your chest. Put it back. Shift, shift. Now with that knee pull, I want you to bring it in and oscillate it one side to the other. Put it back. Shift. Shift. That knee tucks. Oscillate it. Put it back. So we're repeating the same side on that knee tuck. Tuck it in. Shift, shift. Come back. Last time. That knee tuck. Oscillate it. Shift the arms. Bring the other knee into the chest. Just hold it. Put it back. Shift side. One knee comes in. Put it back. Little variation. That knee comes in. Oscillate it one side to the other. Come back, shift, and knee tuck. Oscillate it. Go again, shift, shift. Knee oscillations. Last time, shift, shift. Little knee oscillation. Come back. Have a seat once again on that BOSU. Bring yourself to boat. That sweet spot right into the middle. Hands can hold. Whew. Can't find my middle. Take your time. Arms can extend, or you can hang onto the knees for a little bit more assistance into that back extension. I want you to take your left arm to the sky. Reach back. Your right arm to the sky. Reach back. Look with that left hand. Look with the right hand. Now do that a little bit faster. Circle. 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 Last 4, 3, 2. That's it. Find your high plank. Give me that side rock. Other side. Knee oscillation. A little faster. Rock, rock. Knee oscillation. So we're just getting a little bit more almost dynamic and a little crazy with that knee shift. Trying to find center with your shoulders. You have 3 more with this side. Last time. Other side, let's do it slow. Shift, shift. Give me that knee tuck and oscillation. Put it back a little faster. Shift, shift. You have 4 more. You have 3 more. Last 2. 1 more. That's it. Perfect ending. Have a great day, you guys.